Right away, you see an application that was designed, or an app designed for this 8-inch portrait form factor. So here's the on-screen keyboard, and I'm at the Build keynote. It started at 9. I'm going to tweet that. So as I start typing, immediately you start to see the suggestions at the top. It has B, Build, Bing as suggestions for me. Normally, I would take my hands away from the keyboard, go to the top, press one of those, and continue typing. With Windows 8.1, we've added gestures to the on-screen keyboard. So as I slide my finger on the space bar, it selects across. I see the one that I want. I tap, and it gives me the word. To show you here are some of the capabilities that help you really manage your inbox content and the innovations we're putting in when we release. This isn't in your preview build, but it will be there in the fall when we come out. So right away, I have what's called the power pane here on the left-hand side, and makes it very easy for me to filter and find things that are in my inbox. So I press on social, and it gives me all my social updates, all in a glance. I can see everything that's been coming from my Facebook feed or anything else that I have connected here. I have my favorite people that I can get to really quickly, or get to an individual. I also have newsletters. Because if you're like me, you're getting many of these newsletters every day, sometimes many times a day, and it fills up your inbox. So we've added the capability to sweep these away. So if I go in and select one of these, I get Living Social, use the sweep command, and I can delete them all at once. I can delete all but the latest, and then as they come in, it automatically will update and set it aside for me so I don't have to manage all that content all at once. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these and sweep them away. And with all those results, I have my SkyDrive, Store, everything that starts with S. I'm going to continue typing, and we're going to go get some results for San Francisco. So this smart search brings back the results from everywhere. So I have the weather, I have maps, I have attractions that are popular and known to be in San Francisco. I have web results with little pictures of the pages that I would get. And so it's a one-stop shop to find out everything I might want to do in the relevance of things in San Francisco. So I'm going to go look at the weather. And as part of the search experience, it just takes me right to the weather. I can look at the city, look at the temperature, and go right back to search. I can go right to a map of the city. I have little stars of things that I've selected here. I'm going to select on a restaurant, Aziza, and built right into the whole search experience is the ability to go look at that restaurant, find the menu, go to OpenTable, make a reservation, making it very easy and seamless. Search is not just a list of links, it's things you can do. So I'm going to go over here and search for something else. There's a band playing this week that I've heard of called Fitz and the Tantrums. I'll show you another one of these. This is like an app that's been built on the fly for Fitz and the Tantrums. It tells me the genre. I can play songs. I can read about it, look at videos, find things on the internet. Just very quickly and simply get that built right up for me. And I can play things right from here. So I'm going to play this song, 6 a.m. So I didn't own that song. That used Xbox Music app to go find the song and play it for me and stream it for me automatically without me having to do anything. Because free music streaming comes with Xbox Music. It's built into Windows 8. And enter artists. And they have this one new feature that is so cool. I've never seen it before in any kind of music app. I'll show you how it works. I'm going to go back here to the browser. And this is just a regular music web page. It's just a site on the internet. You guys can go there now and take a look at it. It has the lineup for the Second Wave Festival, and it just lists all the bands that are going to be playing. I can share this site using the charms to the music app. It's going to automatically comb through that website and create a playlist using the streaming music from all those bands. And then when I go back there, I automatically have a playlist all created for me. It also has another very cool new feature. So when I get in here, Now, this is sitting in your kitchen, you're using your tablet, and you're cooking. Your hands are sometimes kind of messy. And so we've learned by watching folks do this that it would be really nice to add something that we call hands-free mode. So I'm going to press the hands-free mode. It's going to turn on the camera, and then I'm going to be able to use the camera itself to go ahead and advance through the recipes. So I'm going to sit here and go, shoop, without touching the screen, no messy hands. And the desktop world together. So as I go down to the new Start button down here in the bottom left-hand corner and click it, it brings up the Start screen. I'll do that for you again. And see how the tiles float right over the background for your desktop. So it's very seamless and smooth, not at all jarring. And then from here, you can get into your, I use my scroll wheel, get into your All Programs. And you can choose to default to this view. You can default to your desktop applications or all apps and get right here and continue working in a very quick and efficient way. You can see 4 times more apps on the screen at a time than you ever could with the Start menu, making it really easy to find what you want to go do and go do it. Another part of being on the desktop is about windowing and multitasking. And we've added improvements in 8.1 for that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Outlook, and I have an email message here with a link in it. I'll click that link, and we're going to automatically go ahead and snap those two side by side. I've been using this, and it's a really incredible way to work, especially on large screen monitors. So here I am, and you're no longer constrained by the 1/3, 2/3 split. It can be any size you want, and it doesn't stop. Great. And it doesn't stop there. I can also right-click on a link and open in a new window and have more than 2 things on the screen at a time. So I can compose my email and view an email at the same time. So if you're a developer, you're probably also using Multimon, right? And so we've made a ton of improvements there as well. Check this out. So we have 8 windows on 2 monitors, 1 PC, powering 2 monitors. It's OK to clap. What we have working is a viewer. So I'm going to browse to SkyDrive, the default place to go and get files from. Open this presentation, and you're going to see right away that transitions, high-quality graphics, video. I mean, PowerPoint's a pretty resource-intensive application, so this really shows the power of what you can do in Windows RT. And then there's also the benefits of being a modern application.
Now, before I wrap up, I'd like to spend a couple minutes just showing you some of the exciting new PCs and tablets. Now, Windows 8 has really spurred some incredible innovation in our PC ecosystem. In just a year, we started to see an explosion of new and unique form factors, design concepts like detachable tablets, like all-in-ones, like portable all-in-ones, like high PPI displays. We've got this massive selection now of touchscreen devices at every price point. You can be sure that there's a PC out there that's exactly right for you. And I want us to just have a look at a few specific ones here. The first one I want to show you here is, so this is the Samsung ATIV Book 9 Plus. So this thing has a mind-boggling 3200 by 1800 13-inch screen. So this is the highest resolution 13-inch laptop in the world. It blows away a MacBook Retina. And it has a touchscreen. This one actually is really cool. It's actually also running a 4th generation Haswell Intel Core i7 processor. It has 8 gigs of RAM. It has a 256 gig SSD. Samsung says this gets 12 hours on a single charge. How amazing is that? Just in a minute, look at how thin this thing is. The Acer Aspire P3. So this is just a beautiful, powerful tablet in a really compact design. It's only about 0.4 inches thick, weighs 1.74 pounds, and it has an Intel Core i5 processor on it. So this thing really, really smokes. It's fast. You can do a lot of work on this thing. And it also has a unique detachable wireless keyboard that doubles as a protective cover for it. The last one I want to show you is this interesting one. So this is such a great example of innovation in all-in-ones. This is called the Dell XPS 18. And it really brings the best of PCs and tablets together. It weighs less than 5 pounds. And when I undock it, it has up to 7 hours of battery life, so I can carry it around and play games and watch movies and all these things. So it's just a great, super innovative device.
Thinking about my long summer, I'm thinking maybe I need to go pick a trip for my family. So I come back to my desk, and I've got my Surface sitting there, and I see that Road Trip Companion app is right here. So let me open that up. Now, you notice that Spain, it shows a star, which means that this idea just got added to my app. So you can see how the Bing platform will work across the family of devices for the user. So let me click on Spain. And here, the developer has created an application experience with Spain in there. They've used one of our controls. That's nice. Let me just browse through. And now my friend, who was at the water cooler, was telling me about Valencia. So let me click on Valencia. Beautiful pictures of Valencia that you've put inside your app. I can browse through them. And this is what I call pretty much what an experience is today. Now let's see what we can do when we sprinkle this with the magic of some of our new controls. Great. So you integrated one of our controls, and you have this, what looks like a street side view. OK, let's see if we can make this more interesting. Let's create a bit of a virtual tour here.
This is the City of Arts and Sciences in Valencia. It is one of the largest cultural centers of Europe. You could easily spend more than a day here. You must see the Oceanographic, the Prince Philip Museum and the Queen Sofia Arts Palace here. There are quite a few good hotels nearby. You can check out the views that you get from them to see if you should believe their marketing.
OK, great. So that was a little gritty thing. I thought developers would like that. So now, let me dig in. Oh, beautiful. There's some basketball courts. So you can see how this beautiful imagery can actually provide a canvas for a whole lot of interesting things. So let's see what are some interesting things that we can do. Now, one of the things about the real world, and especially when you look at the real world in this amazing way, is that it really starts begging the question that, I've got lots of questions. I'm going to visit Valencia. I'm going to visit some really beautiful architecture, some churches there. And the question that pops to your head, hey, who designed this thing? Now, normally, a user would have to change from this application, go to a browser, type in Valencia, type in whatever little context they can put in. But the reality is the user is looking at your app at a particular object. Wouldn't it be nice if they could just say, who is the architect? Folks, what you see here is that we've taken a whole lot of steps. We've taken a whole lot of steps away from a user, and we've allowed you to create an unbounded amount of knowledge right into your applications. Because I could have asked a different question, which would have again gone to the Bing platform, and it would have returned with an entity which best relates to what you're looking at. Now, while I was standing at the water cooler, this friend of mine said that they had some of the best food when they were in Valencia. I said, wow, that's great. And what does he do? He reaches into his wallet, and he gives me a card. Now, this is a little analog artifact that he brought from Valencia. Now, if I go put this into my, wallet, I'll probably lose it a week later, and I definitely will not find it when I'm in Valencia. So let's see if we can do something better. Let me use some of the eyes functionality in the Bing platform and scan this card, which I can then use later. So I go ahead and scan it. So using the OCR capability that is available through the Bing controls, you can now scan the information, which is wonderful, except that I don't speak Spanish. So let me see if I can do something a little bit more interesting. Great. So now, using So now, using the OCR capability in Bing Platform and the translator capability, I've combined those two things. And now, let me go ahead and save this later so that when I'm in Valencia, I won't forget it.